Welcome Libra, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your April new moon in Aries reading for 2022. The new moon in Aries is on the 1st of April. It is a time where all the planets are direct and it is unleashing this wonderful impulse of springtime, newness as we seek to take a fresh break from this very dense routine that we've developed on our internal journey of the last several months. So this is a long, cold winter that is now being filled with the sunshine of spring, depending on where you're living, and the hope of new things into this new world that we are opening out into. I've already laid out the past, the present, and the future lines here. I'll clarify with another tarot deck and finish off with an oracle reading. And if you enjoy these readings, please like and subscribe to my channel as it helps me build new content, which is thrilling for me. I'm going to get started with Libra. The overall energy for you is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is such a Libran energy here. This is you balancing out the energies of giving and receiving. This is you perhaps making a decision about an area in which you want to apply new resources, new attention, a new direction. This is also you assessing how to recognize the very different needs of individuals or areas of your life that you're working on. So here you are balancing out your resources. You are clearing away energies that do not respond or create a healthy exchange in your experience. So in those relationships where you've often been the giver, you are now making space to receive. And that's usually the flavor of this card. You balancing out, allowing yourself to step back from your ordinary caretaking, harmonizing responsibilities, and recognizing that those come back to you, and that as you receive, it is a form of giving. It is also a form of love. In your past, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Wow. So all Pentacles so far, Libra, you're very much focused on your material comfort, your stability, your prosperity, and even building your abundance. So I see you having a tremendous amount of pride in your ability to be independent, to be self-reliant, self-sufficient, and that integrity that you're experiencing as you experience satisfaction, prosperity, abundance, and even generosity in your own space. You are empowered to assess and evaluate what you have, how you've gotten it, and where you want to put the abundance of resources you're experiencing. This is you looking at how you work, how you've gained the rewards and resources that you now have command of, and also ways to recognize that you've made tremendous progress and satisfaction as you've been cautious. You are now inclined to be cautious moving forward, moving out into the springtime, into this arena of new beginnings. You are continuing to evaluate how you've worked so that you can work smarter and be most careful and cautious with the resources you have. You are understanding that what you have is the basis and foundation for the growth of more, and that is your focus. In the present, we have the Nymph for the Page of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So you, at core, even given this tremendous comfort and stability of the position that you've built, Libra, you are at times, you have grown so much that you are now wondering about your capacity and your stability as you move out into a possible new direction. You are being newly inspired, you're getting new information, and you're very much recognizing that your ability to grow rests on your understanding that it is your thoughts that create your material experience, that create your total experience. But your desire to grow what you have to stabilize your position is now in taking you into an arena where you are less sure of your relative capacity and resourcefulness. This is where you are not recognizing all of the support and help that is around you. You are very much focused on your experience, your former experience of loss, not having, poverty from which perhaps you came, a worry about not having enough. And that is in part the result of your tremendous ability to grow and cultivate this comfort and security has now taken you to a new level, a new arena, even into a new community where you are comparing and contrasting perhaps what you have with what you imagine others have. Although this is founded on perhaps some sense of not having, not being enough, and some memory of that that is still resonating in your energy, you have opened up to new information, new opportunities, and new ways of cultivating this witness. The witness, this capacity that you are developing within that allows you to see and recognize your own behaviors, your own reactions, the thoughts that create behaviors, and in many times create unhappy behaviors, unhappy consequences, not the outcomes that you had hoped for. But as you open up to this ability, you're recognizing that you can rest on your logic. That when you detach yourself from the powerful feelings that you gain from having this comfort and security, and so many of us can relate to the sense of having enough, just enough to feel safe in the world, that when you detach from those emotions of not having enough, of being in need, that it releases your mind, it releases your energies to be able to find truth, find inspiration and new ideas, and cultivate a perspective that internalizes the sense of abundance, wealth, stability, and security. So you're really looking at how you can cultivate the sense of independence and security within and without in your experience, so that no matter what you have or don't have, you're always aware that you have the logic, the ability, the talents to get what you need, to identify what you need and strategize, take the steps to plan your movement forward. So this is a new kind of container of energies that you're balancing, Libra. This experience of not having with having, this sense of being told what to do, being given information, and your ability to grow that idea, to grow that truth, to apply that truth to your life, and to strategize your movement forward. The future is the Temperance, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Indeed. Well, Temperance is a reflection of so many energies that are characteristic of Libra, but this one in particular strikes me. The Temperance card in an old Egyptian deck was called the Grand Alchemist. And when we think of the traditional picture on the traditional decks, we see the angel, I want to say Michael, but one of the archangels balancing two cups, pouring energy back and forth, standing on land and in the water. And this is really emblematic of this healing process, this alignment process that in which you consider your external factors and resources and your internal resources, and you're aligning them constantly. It's a constant pouring back and forth, which reflects in our healing process as not being linear. This is not a step-by-step process. In fact, we meander, we go back and forth as we glimpse new truths and experience new rewards from facing these truths, applying them to our lives. We are motivated to continue that healing process, understanding as we experience those rewards that more and greater jewels reside within. So the Grand Alchemist, the alchemist really is refining the nature, is taking our crude and most base characteristics and impulses and refining those gradually so that the gold of our inner nature, our true selves, is revealed and we are in alignment with our highest self. The Nine of Cups indicates that it is the process itself that gives you joy. It is the process itself that meets your desire for wish fulfillment, that has you understanding that the things you want, you actually have. All the things you want, being all the gifts that have always been yours as you go through the process of healing, of weighing up your past experiences with the direction you want to go in, the person you are now. You are internalizing this process of joy and pleasure. The rewards are evident within your being. The emotions, the feelings of pleasure and joy are available to you. The Four of Cups indicates that you've made so much growth. You will be making so much growth throughout the month of April that it can feel a little bit like routine after a while. It can feel a little bit like nothing is happening, a little disappointing. Something that you imagine you want, something you've asked for, you don't recognize that you have this thing. And again, it may be the thing that you want, the external thing you're projecting, is something that resides within you. And for much of the global cycle of the planet, this is where we're at. We are balancing our projections, our needs, our external wishes and wants with what the qualities we have within that are reflected in our experiences. So there's a way in which we are able to hold up the mirror to ourselves as we encounter obstacles, delays, and the pursuit of happiness in our lives. I'm going to clarify the Five of Pentacles at the center of your reading with the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. All of this is conspiring to give you greater practical strength, greater courage, stamina, and motivation as you continue to plan out your step-by-step process of gaining something that is important to you. There is a new wish, a new desire that is coming out of your recognition that you are complete within yourself, and that completion gives you now the courage in not only what it is that you're interested in pursuing, but also in the process of pursuing that, in your ability to line up your circumstances with your capacity, in moving towards something new, something that is based on your desire to grow and expand. I dare say this is moving you into a new direction, or it's giving a new life to something that already exists. This is you growing your pursuit, your employment, your work, your creativity, your home life. You are expanding it in some way that takes you into new arenas. And as you recognize that you have the courage and ability to move in this new direction, this is helping to counter this anxiety that you may have around not having enough, not being enough. And this is the history, the memory that you are healing at this time. I'm going to finish off this reading with an oracle from the language of flowers and the crystal oracle, all mixed up together. And I hope you're enjoying this reading, finding it useful. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel. And what does Libra need to know for the month of April? And I pulled this interesting crystal. And this is called the Awakening Crystal. And the key words are soul awakening. I'm awakening to my true essence, and I am a full expression of my soul's vibration. I hope this reading has been helpful to you. I'm going to leave it here, Libra. And thank you for your time and attention. And until next time, Namaste.